Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, we're on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Stephen Dingman, 191445 and 241519 A and B. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Your Honor, John Goldblatt, P. 30758, on behalf of Mr. Dingman on both matters. I want to indicate to the court, I did provide him, or he was provided with a copy of his constitutional rights. However, he refused to sign it. I did go over those rights with him.
Okay. Who? Mr. Dingman, your name for the record, please.
Stephen Ray Dingman, private trustee.
Okay, who's Keith Hood?
Oh, that's the wrong one. They gave me.
There you go.
I apologize. That's how this came back to anyone. I was talking to who I thought was Mr. Dingman, and Mr. Keith Hood said, I am. They found him back there too. So.
Okay, I don't know what a private trustee is, but. All right, well, today's the date scheduled. Well, not scheduled, but Mr. Dingman is in custody. There's a warrant issued for his arrest because he failed to appear for an arraignment pretrial a number of times on the 2019 matter. And then he had a new matter that was scheduled for arraignment pretrial next week. But since he's in custody, we're doing that now.
That is correct.
So, as to the arraignment, counsel.
As to the arraignment on the 241519 case, Your Honor? That's the one that's the arraignment.
We're arraigning him on both.
Oh, he did not appear for, okay.
The 24 matter is scheduled for next week.
Correct.
But since he's in custody, it was moved to today, so we're doing an arraignment only on that.
That I understand, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And
So
he
the
hadn't been
arraignment only on
arraigned
both.
on the 19
No.
case? Okay. As to both matters, Your Honor, he would stand mute to the charges, waive a formal reading of those charges, and ask that a plea of not guilty be entered.
The court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty on both of these matters. And as to the pretrial date, Ally?
2/5 at 9:45.
All right. We are going to set this matter for February 5th at 9:45 a.m. And I think you're here anyway that day, counsel.
Yes,
I know that you don't necessarily have to follow it, but since you're doing the arraignment, maybe you can, I don't know.
Fine, I am here next weekend. I mean, next Friday.
All right, and as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Dingman is presently unemployed, though he is employed through what is known as Instacart. That's where
Right.
I'm not familiar with it, but it's similar to DoorDash, things like that. However, he's tried DoorDash, but because of his, I guess he's not eligible under their standards because of a prior driving while impaired or alcohol-related offense. Your Honor, he just lost his father last October, November. He is trying to get the house and all of his things in order.
My parents both died, everything's improved. I got no money, I got no job, I'm a man of Christ, I do nothing but stay at home. I just got the Instacart gig, I'm trying to get back on my feet. I know that I didn't come to court for numerous reasons because the last 2 years I was taking care of my elderly parents. And finally, when I was about to get everything taken care of, the night before my dad passed away in his sleep. So now I'm stuck with a house, frozen bank accounts, all kinds of bills. I have no other family. I'm trying, and I understand that I got this thing looming over me, but I'm just trying to get everything taken care of and getting back to order. I still got to get my dad cremated in the funeral homes, man, because he's been there since November 27th. I don't leave the house. I don't do anything wrong. The matter about the larceny.
Don't fundraising about the case.
I can discuss that, but I'm just trying to let you guys know that the reason that I was given this ticket was because I didn't know my new address. So the cop, because I had
It has
prior
nothing
warrants,
to do with it, sir.
Hey.
That's
he
not,
gave me that ticket saying I lied to him and I didn't know my address. That is, if I don't know my address, that's not a lie.
Your Honor, he's talking about the fraudulent
Yeah.
schemes.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me just say this, sir. How long were you taking care of your parents?
For 3 years, they're elderly. My mom was 72 and my dad was 83.
Okay, well,
His mother died approximately a year and a half ago, and his father died just before Thanksgiving this year.
okay,
Past Thanksgiving.
okay.
And then my dog died 2 weeks or a week after my dad died.
Sir, there are many people that take care of their parents, elderly or not, that still take care of their responsibilities. All right, taking care of your parents does not negate you from taking care of the balance of your responsibilities. You have a matter pending for almost 6 years now. 6 years.
I tried to turn myself in during COVID, but the lockdowns and everything, and I walked up to the door and we can't let you in. Okay.
Sir,
It was denied entry.
Stop. That has been something that has not even been a thing for a while now. And our court's been open and we've never stopped our dockets. So.
Yeah, but I didn't have any money to come up here to do that.
Don't even try that, sir. Don't even go there. Because then you were scheduled on September 12th and you walked out. And then we issued a warrant November 1st. And that was 23. Stop interrupting me. And that was in 23. Then you contacted the court in May of 24. We set it for July 31st of 24. You showed up to court in shorts. You said you were homeless. It was rescheduled to September 25th. September 25th, you failed to appear and the court issued a warrant in October 10th. And what have you done since October 10th to set up your court date? What have you done, sir, since that time?
Grieve.
Okay.
Grieve.
And so, while I can understand your grieving for the loss of your father, right? But you still have responsibilities.
Yeah, I get that, but I figured I'd grieve first and then take care of things after the fact. That's why I just started doing Instacart so I could get to taking care of all this stuff. I literally got 3 things done and then I just started to make some money and then I got pulled over. And now all I want to do is just get back to it so that I can get all this stuff taken care of. I got no intentions on doing anything bad or anything. I don't use hard drugs. I don't drink anymore. I turned my life around on July 26th of 2022. It's when I became a man of God and became a trustee. And ever since then, I've been.
Being a trustee as a man of God. What does that mean, sir?
Through the United States Internal Revenue Service and the federal government, I applied to trustee status with them and they granted it to me. That's through the United States federal government. Would you like my EIN number?
No. The problem here, United States government, the IRS is granting people that status. That probably has to, anyway. Okay, well, here's what the court's going to do, sir. The court, based upon your previous failure to appear, the fact that you had, I haven't, other than a couple of times that you set up court dates and you still haven't, you don't stay at court or you don't show up, the court doesn't have any confidence that you're going to appear in court.
Your Honor.
Further, while you've been out, while there's been a warrant out for your arrest, you also are now charged with larceny as well. So the court's going to order a $2,500 10% bond in each of these cases.
Okay, Your Honor.
And then the 241519, that's on count B. And in the event you post bond, you're not to be released without a GPS tethered to the Wayne County Jail.
So what is my bond today?
$250 on each case.
So that's $500 total.
And the GPS tether through the Wayne County Jail.
And no house arrest. And apply,
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
submit 20 job applications per week.
How many?
A minimum of 20 job applications per week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've already filled out over 100.
Go
Did
ahead.
you say that I gotta be under house arrest or I not?
Not
No.
under house arrest.
Not under house arrest.
Oh, okay.
And you're not to have any contact with Cody Buttram. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, anything of the like. You also are not to go to his home.
I don't even know who Cody, whoever it is.
And then you'll have no problems not going there.
Correct.
I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm just saying, I don't even know who Cody, whatever this guy's name is.
Okay. Well, all right. All right, we'll see you back on February 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
We are going on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan.
Yes, Judge. My name is Elliot Margolis, P28078, on behalf of Kenneth McQuery, who's on Zoom and consents to being on Zoom. State your name, Kenneth.
Kenneth McQuery.
He's gonna waive his right to an exam at this time. And I'm gonna address the issue of bond, if I may.
All right, and so, Mr. McQuarrie, you do understand that you do have the right to have an exam where it must be shown that a crime was committed or probable cause exists to charge you with that crime. Hold on, sir. I'm gonna unmute you after each one.
Yes, Your Honor.
Having waived his right to preliminary examination. Defendant is found over circuit court for further proceedings on the charges in the complaint one. To appear in circuit court on February 6th at 9 a.m.
What date is that gonna be?
February 6th.
February 10?
6. 1 week
February
from
5th.
today. 6.
Oh, 6.
1 week from today.
Okay. It's still difficult for me to hear, but yeah, that's fine. February 6th at 9 o'clock, Judge. That's fine.
Any objection to the court indicating on the signature lines for both you and your client via Zoom? Counsel, can you please move the camera off of your ear?
Well, I'm trying to hear you, Judge, and
I can understand that, counsel, but then maybe put the microphone up to your ear, not the camera. Do you have any objection to this court indicating via Zoom on both your signature line and your client's signature line on the bind over form?
no, I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, and counsel, you want to address bond. The court's going to note that bond is currently set at $100,000, 10%, and bond conditions were no contact with the victims or witnesses, no return to 462 Biddle, no drugs or alcohol. Unless
That's correct,
prescribed.
Judge.
Okay.
My client, Judge, is 53 years old. Is the fourth offense notice that was served in this is based upon him having 3 priors all at the same time from 2010 in Oakland County. In other words, it was one case with three counts that he got convicted of. Other than that, he has no prior record. He has always shown up in court. And like I said, that was back in 2010. He's 53 years old. He works as a semi-driver for for a place called Dream Contractor. It's a independent contracting semi-drive. He's a semi-truck driver. He's been working for them for 8 years. He's divorced. He has 3 grown children, and he's been a resident of this area.
Okay, well, counsel, you stated that the only that your client doesn't have any other criminal history other than the matters from?
That's what I show. That's what I show from my discovery that I just got this morning. He's a fourth offender, and 3 of the convictions at least were from that. I don't show any other priors, if he has.
All right, Mr. Matherly, your appearance for the record, please.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. This is Gunnar Matherly for the People, P number 87297.
All right, and the court will note, actually, Mr. McQuery, please unmute and please, what city do you live in?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What city do you live in?
I live in Ecorse. Me and my brother have a house in Ecorse we bought.
Okay, and who else lives there?
Just me and my brother. Well, the guy that, William Marston, you guys had in court earlier, he was living upstairs from me. He was a friend of mine for a long time, but anyways, me and my brother owned the house. We bought it in 3 years after coming home from prison.
You bought it, yeah. Okay,
Yes,
and,
my brother has a mental disability. He was hit in the head by a carnival ride. The same time I went to prison, he got hit in the head. So he had to do his recovery while I did my 8 years in prison. When I came home from prison, I got him out of AFC homes and bought a house for me and him. Me and him lived together. So, and I work. I'm a truck driver. I'm not even supposed to be getting in trouble anymore. I'm done with that.
Okay, Kenneth.
sorry.
Kenneth, just answer
I'm
the
sorry.
questions.
Sorry. All
The
right.
court's going to note, the court's going to note that, it does show in 1982 that your client was found guilty of a felony, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, the Third Circuit Court. And there was another matter in 92 that was dismissed, a felony. In 1998, your client was found guilty for felony assault with a dangerous weapon on the Third Circuit Court, 2 counts of that matter. And then 2002, there was a driving offense. 2004, Third Circuit Court, felony financial transaction, false statement of identity, pled guilty. 2006, the driving offense out of the 35th District Court, pled guilty. 2007, out of the 24th District Court, misdemeanor assault or battery, pled guilty. Break and entering matter was dismissed. Then in the 28th District Court in 2007, disorderly conduct in the 28th District Court. 2010, 6th Circuit Court, criminal sexual conduct, felony, 2 counts of that, pled guilty. Then in 2008, it appears as though all of those, there were 10 counts, 9 of the counts were dismissed, and criminal sexual conduct, 3rd degree, which is also a felony, pled guilty on that. 22, those felony charges were dismissed in the Third Circuit Court. And so the court, in addition to whether or not a particular individual is going to appear in court, that's one factor the court has to look at. The court has to also look at the criminal history, as well as the possible penalty that the defendant is looking at the time right now. Further, the court has to look at, as I say, the safety of the public. And, sir, are you still on parole? Please unmute.
I've been off parole for 8 years, but because of the CSE cases, they put me on a GPS tether. I've been on tether for 10 years, and I'm still on tether right now.
Okay, so is there a DOC hold then, since you're in custody, is possibly a parole violation?
No, I'm not on parole. I have no warrants. I have no holds. Nothing. I'm just on a GPS tether. That's it. It's a condition of the second case made me have a lifetime tether. Okay, so now I have to wear this tether for lifetime. I'm working on getting back in the court and getting it taken off. But yeah, a lot of people say that. They never even heard of it. I understand it, but everybody keeps saying that. They've never heard of a lifetime tether, and it's blowing my mind that I'm on it. I mean, I'm not a bad guy anymore. It's like I left that behind me and drugs took over and I kind of made a bad decision,
Well,
but
sir, you were sentenced on your 2008 year, you were sentenced to 7 years to 22 years.
yeah.
And then on your 2010 year, you were sentenced to 4 years, 2 months, 15 years.
Yeah, I
So
was
what
in prison.
prison, sir?
I was in prison for 8 years.
So you were released in 18?
Huh?
Were you released in 2018?
16.
16. Okay. If you tell this court that you're not on parole,
I'm not on parole.
and are you
How's
on
it-
under jurisdiction?
Huh?
Are you on the jurisdiction?
I can't. It's cutting it out.
Are you in bond in any other court, sir?
No. I'm free and clear of everywhere. I have no warrants, no bonds, no nothing. I'm free and clear of everything.
Oh. Okay, well, the court will know under MCL 791.22 that there is lifetime sentence, lifetime electronic monitoring for anybody that is convicted of criminal sexual conduct. If you're over the age of 17 and 15 and 13. Okay. Thank you, Dave.
What are you doing, Judge?
What's that?
I didn't hear your decision.
I was stating that I read the statute number and that there is lifetime electronic monitoring of an individual convicted of criminal sexual conduct if the individual that's convicted is over the age of 17 and the victim was under the age of 13.
Right, 2010, right, okay. What was your decision regarding the bond? Did you decide whether you're going to lower it or keep it or what?
Well, I hadn't stated that yet. I was only.
Okay, but I can't, it's very difficult
I
for me.
was only speaking regarding the lifetime electronic monitoring that I've been questioning. So the court's going to note that after our review of the defendant's criminal history, the multiple felony matters that he has, not only from 2010, but there's 2008, there's also 1992 and 1998.
That's years ago, yeah.
Counsel, can you please stop interrupting the court? While they may be years ago, your argument for the fourth offense habitual offender was because the only reason it's habitual offender fourth offense is based upon 3 convictions in 2010 that were of the same offense date. And the court is stating that that's not accurate, that he has felony matters from 1992, from 1998, as well as 2008, and also 2004. So there are a multitude of felonies that your client has on his criminal history that would support the habitual offender fourth offense. The court's also going to note, based upon the primary offense being a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison upon conviction, your client is looking at life imprisonment as a result of the habitual offender fourth offense. The court also is focused on the safety of the community as well. And for those reasons, the court's going to deny the request to reduce bond.
Okay, can we have a DSU, can we have a referral for DSU, to DSU, Judge?
So the court's going to order bond and conditions are continued and refer to DSU.
Thank you very much, Judge, thank you.
All right, have a good day, good luck to you.
Okay, thank you. And our court date again is?
February 6th.
6th. Thank you very much, Judge. Thank you. I apologize. Thank you.
All right, thanks.